The story begins with Ji-hun, a defeated man who has no money, not even for his mother's treatment. During this difficult time, someone suggests he participate in a deadly game. He joins along with 500 other players. In the game, a robot eliminates anyone who makes even a small mistake. To survive and win, Ji-hun deceives even an elderly cancer patient. In the end, he becomes one of the few survivors. All others are killed. After winning, Ji-hun receives a 45 billion won but refuses to use it. He feels guilty, believing that others died because of him. Later, he uncovers a horrifying truth. Wealthy people organize these games purely for entertainment, enjoying the suffering of others. Ji-hun decides to shut the game down. Meanwhile, a police officer named Jun-ho searches for his missing brother. In his brother's room, he finds a card related to the Squid Game and begins investigating. He discovers the cruelty of the games. Losers are killed mercilessly, and some survivors have their organs harvested for sale. Jun-ho gets captured by the game's head, the front man, who turns out to be his own brother. This shocks both Jun-ho and the audience. In Season 2, Ji-hun returns. He realizes the deadly game is about to start again and decides to stop it using his money and influence. He secretly assembles a group of players to fight back. The group pretends to quarrel among themselves. When guards intervene, the players overpower them, seize their weapons, and prepare for battle. A full-blown war breaks out between players and guards. Amid heavy fighting, Ji-hun and a friend reach the control room, planning to eliminate the game's operators. However, they can't find an entry and their bullets run out. The front man, disguised as an infiltrator, deceives them and suddenly appears before Ji-hun, killing his friend right in front of him. Ji-hun feels utterly defeated, and this marks the end of Season 2. Season 3 starts from this fight's aftermath. Players surrender. Only 60 survive. Many guards also die. Ji-hun is restrained and banned from any activities outside the game. The remaining players blame their defeat on Lee, who was too scared to bring back weapons. Even a mysterious woman mocks Ji-hun, provoking him to almost strangle her in anger. The others stop him, but Ji-hun stays furious and spends the night staring at Lee, who now fears him. A new vote shows that most players still want to continue the game, which disheartens Ji-hun even more. The next morning, players walk through a corridor filled with hanging corpses from the previous battle, a terrifying sight. Inside the game room, a large ball holds red and blue balls. Each player picks one and is assigned to the corresponding team. The red team must hunt the blue team in a deadly hide-and-seek game. If any red team member fails to kill a blue team member, they will be executed. Meanwhile, Neol, the guard known for killing survivors to prevent organ smuggling, decides to save a man mistakenly presumed dead. She shoots 2 guards and orders the doctor to treat the man, threatening him with death if he refuses. The game begins. The red team receives knives. The blue team must hide, while the red team must hunt and kill to survive. In the game, the blue team receives keys to unlock doors inside a maze-like arena. These doors provide places to hide and survive. Hence, the game is called Keys and Knives. Ji-hun, part of the red team, holds a knife while Lee, the one he is most angry at, is in the blue team. This makes Lee extremely fearful. Meanwhile, Jun-ho appears. He is still searching for the Squid Game island. His biggest obstacle is his partner, an undercover agent sent by Jun-ho's own brother In-ho, the front man. In-ho places this man with Jun-ho to misguide him and protect the secrecy of the island. Back in the game, the blue team panics due to higher chances of being hunted. Guards announce they can switch sides with red team members if allowed. Many attempt it but fail. The blue team enters the arena first, which resembles a labyrinth filled with locked doors. They are told to hide behind any door they can unlock with their specific shaped keys. The doors have unique symbols matching the keys. Dani, who is pregnant, receives help from Kate and Yong. They have all 3 types of keys, allowing them to open any door, including a special one that can lead them to safety. Dani gives her keys to Kate, trusting her to find the door quickly. As they flee, Dani slips and injures her stomach. A red team member appears and threatens to kill one of them. Kate fights back, kills the attacker, and supports Dani as they move forward. Elsewhere, 2 red team players who already completed their kills decide to eliminate more blue team members to reduce competition and increase their share of the prize. Ji-hun finally spots someone who looks like Lee and runs after him, only to find it's the wrong person. Meanwhile, Lee hides but is caught by another red team member who stabs his leg. Lee kicks him away and escapes. Dani's labor begins. She delivers a baby girl with help from Kate and Yong. Yong cuts the umbilical cord using a knife hidden in her hair. On the other side, the frontman receives a report that Jun-ho is still searching for the island. He instructs his agent to ensure Jun-ho never reaches it, and if he does, he must be killed. Meanwhile, the man Neil saves regains consciousness. To hide her identity, Neil wears a mask and kills the doctor to let the man take his place. He turns out to be the father of Neil's friend, a child with blood cancer. He had joined the game to earn money for her treatment. Back in the game, Jun-ho becomes furious. He confronts the same mysterious woman who had taunted him earlier. She tells him Lee was just seen heading upstairs with an injured leg. Hearing this, Ji-hun chases Lee and confronts him. A brutal fight follows and Ji-hun finally kills Lee. Despite Lee being tricked and caught, the mysterious woman does not survive either. Another person appears and kills her. While protecting Dani and Yong, Kate sacrifices her life, which deeply affects them. The boy urges his mother to kill Dani in order to save herself, but she refuses and chooses to protect Dani instead. As the boy is about to attack Dani by force, the game time ends. Game guards arrive and shoot the boy in front of his mother. His body is taken away. All remaining players return to the lounge where Ji-hun is tied up. Total prize money is shown to everyone. It is a large amount, with each player getting a significant share. Yong pleads with everyone to vote to stop the game, begging them not to act out of greed. She asks them to at least show mercy to Dani and her newborn daughter, who is now part of the game from birth. However, most players ignore her plea and vote to continue. This breaks Yong emotionally. That night, Yong spends time with Dani's baby, then goes to Ji-hun and makes him promise to keep playing the game until the end, to protect Dani's daughter. After securing the promise, she leaves and commits suicide. Her death shocks all the remaining players. The next game begins. Players must jump across platforms to cross a suspended bridge. Even the slightest mistake can be fatal. One by one, they attempt the jumps. VIP guests arrive to watch, placing bets based on players' behavior. Meanwhile, Jun-ho, the officer, finally identifies the island by recognizing a familiar hill, where his brother shot him in the previous season. Back in the game, a boy struggles, grabs the bridge, but cannot stabilize himself and falls to his death. The others become more cautious and jump carefully. The VIPs decide that Dani's baby will now count as a player and must participate too. Dani pleads with Ji-hun for help. He agrees. Ji-hun removes his jacket, makes a baby sling, and straps the infant to his chest before starting the game. During the bridge jump, players struggle to stay balanced. If one stumbles, they pull others down with them. Some players even push others off the bridge to save themselves. Ji-hun pushes a fearful man who blocks his way, killing him to survive. Eventually, Ji-hun crosses the bridge. Dani is the last to cross but fails and falls to her death. From a distance, Ji-hun watches and is heartbroken. The VIPs decide that the baby must now continue playing alongside Ji-hun. Elsewhere, Neil tries to escape the island. A masked officer notices her and orders guards to stop her. After the game, surviving players return to the lounge. They learn that Dani's share of the money will go to her daughter, not to any of them. This enrages them. Some even plan to kill the infant to eliminate her from the game, but guards intervene and save her. However, the baby's survival is not welcomed by the players. They decide to kill both Ji-hun and the baby before the final round. The front man, who monitors everything, becomes aware of this. Before the final round, he summons Ji-hun to his office. Ji-hun is shocked to discover that the front man is none other than In-ho, the same person he believed to be his friend, and even mourned his supposed death. Ji-hun loses trust in everyone. The front man explains that he brings an offer. Since all players are plotting to kill Ji-hun and the baby, he should eliminate them first before the final round. In return, Ji-hun will receive all the prize money and custody of the baby. Jun-ho continues to search desperately for the island but fails to find it. He discovers that his own partner betrays him, misleading him intentionally. This man turns out to be working for In-ho, the front man. When caught, Jun-ho confronts him in anger. A fight breaks out and the man, who was instructed to kill all officers if they reach the island, is ultimately killed by Jun-ho. Meanwhile, Neil, under attack from guards, makes a deal with them. She agrees to return to the island to save herself but first helps the baby's father escape. She returns to the island, infiltrates a secret room, and holds the officers at gunpoint. She kills some, fights others, and forces them to erase all evidence of the man's escape, succeeding in her mission. Night, Ji-hun struggles with the decision of whether to kill the remaining players. Holding a knife, he approaches their beds, but his conscience stops him. He realizes he is not a killer and abandons the plan. In-ho, closely observing Ji-hun, recalls his own past from the 2015 game, how he accepted a similar offer and killed everyone. Seeing Ji-hun, he realizes not everyone is as greedy as he once was. The next day, a strange new game begins. Players must climb towers built from ships and betray their companions to survive. They are required to push others off to save themselves. Jack reveals he is the biological father of the baby and now cares for her. He grabs a rod and pushes an old man off first, then begins attacking others. Everyone fights to survive, pushing others down. The more players one eliminates, the higher the potential prize. During the rounds, one man sacrifices himself to save the child. Jack continues stabbing and pushing others off. Eventually, only Ji-hun and Jack remain. Jack offers a deal. Hand over the baby and he will spare Ji-hun. Ji-hun refuses, unwilling to endanger the baby. A fight ensues. Jack, armed with a knife, almost kills Ji-hun but manages to pull the baby toward the edge. VIPs observe Jack's behavior while Ji-hun begs him to stop. In desperation, Ji-hun pushes Jack and grabs his jacket, which holds the baby. Though Ji-hun could save Jack, he chooses not to. Jack falls to his death. In the final round, Ji-hun appears with the baby. Jun-ho finally reaches the island. He rescues the escaped man and joins the guards to investigate the Squid Game facility. In the game, Ji-hun holds the baby, lost in deep thought. VIPs bet on whether he will kill the baby to win the prize and save himself. Ji-hun presses the button for the final round, leaving everyone in suspense. But instead of killing the baby, Ji-hun puts her aside and jumps to his own death, sacrificing himself. This act shocks the VIPs and even the frontman Ji-hun. A two-time game winner with immense wealth chooses humanity over greed. The frontman is disturbed by Ji-hun's actions. Reflecting on his own lost humanity, he retrieves the baby from the game area and remains deep in thought about Ji-hun's legacy. That moment, Jun-ho arrives and points a gun at his brother, unaware the baby is in his arms. Cannot bring himself to shoot. Crying, he demands to know why his brother did all this. Realizing the police have arrived, In-ho orders the facility to be destroyed. Bombs are planted with a 30-minute timer. Everyone, including the VIPs, the frontman, and Neol, evacuate successfully. The entire facility is destroyed, and the game ends. 6 months later, Jun-ho receives a parcel at home. Inside are the baby and Ji-hun's prize money. In-ho sends them, believing his brother and the baby deserve a good life, something Ji-hun wanted for them. In the post-credits scene, the frontman visits Ji-hun's daughter. He tells her about Ji-hun's death and gives her his winning card with all the prize money. As he leaves, he sees a girl in an alley playing the same street game used to recruit Squid Game players. This reveals that although the facility is gone, the Squid Game itself continues, now expanding globally with the next part set in the United States. And with that, the season concludes.